What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Aha, and I'm tremendously excited to say we're going to start going through some live Aha concurrently while we continue to go through Minor Earth, Major Sky, and anything else after that. But yeah, we're going to go through an album that has been shared with me in the larger umbrella folder so graciously by Philip, a major friend and champion of the channel. And I should say there were some earlier Aha albums that were shared with me by Han Solo. So shout out to both of them, as well as all friends and champions of the channel who have shared music and allowed these deep dives to not only begin in some cases, but to continue further in other cases where I have maybe one or two albums, but not more than that. So again, big ups to all them. But yeah, Philip has shared an album, a live album from 2001 called Live at Vallhall, Homecoming. Now I assume Vallhall is a venue in Norway, sort of based on Norse mythology, Valhalla, but I don't know that specifically, so shout it out if I have that wrong. But Homecoming really makes me think it has to be a concert performance in Norway. I'm really intrigued to go through this because when I began the deep dive with Aha, it was an intriguing sort of wrinkle of fate that the first track that I would listen to would be Take On Me, which is to say once I talked to a couple people who said, hey, you really should check out Aha. They are more than Take On Me. I know that's the song they're most known by, but they're really a fantastic group, so I was intrigued by that, so we began the deep dive, and then we did the first album, Hunting High and Low, and it's like, what do you know, the first track is Take On Me. But it was great, because it was a nice touchstone. I was able to begin that deep dive with something that was familiar, and it felt like I was, appreciating it in a new way, which happens with any music that I react to in this format. There's tunes that I've known for many, many years, and then I react to them, and it's sort of, I either notice new elements, or at the very least, I come to a new appreciation of it. But now it'll be interesting because as we begin this deep dive, or at least this journey through a live album, it'll be interesting to hear this song as sort of the opening touchstone again, because now I've come to a greater understanding. Still incomplete, still a work in progress, but I've heard a lot more material from the group. I've understood the way they've sort of evolved and expanded their sound over time, the way they've sort of gone down different avenues, and so now when I listen to this tune, I very much appreciate the significance of the phrase, hey, they're more than just their one major hit. You really need to listen to them. So I have a greater understanding of why that is now. Again, still incomplete, still in development. But I think it's sort of the perfect way to start this journey, and perhaps it speaks to the wisdom of their tracks list for this live performance. You start with something that's very familiar, that everyone knows and loves, and then you work your way into sort of the deeper gems of the catalog. So yeah, I'm impressed by that, sort of the thought that goes into the live performance. I am really curious to hear, because again, now I have a greater sense of the different members of the group and what they bring to the group, and shout out to all of you who've explained that not only in general, but in particular in relation to a number of the songs, whether the lyrics came from someone and their experiences, or the musical contributions from one or more of them to the different tunes. So once again, shout out to all the Aha fans. I really do appreciate you. So let's enjoy some live Aha. This is Take On Me from Live at Vallhall, Homecoming, a 2001 live album. I'm so excited for this. You can hear people going delirious. Oh, the bass. It just feels like hearing a warm memory. A little like synesthesia. That sort of rhythmic guitar is standing out to me. You can hear like people singing. lightning in a bottle, like pop magic quality. Forgot to remember is such a funny phrase. The shift in the rhythm on that last part before the vocal ascension. Just low-key slaying it right there. Definitely a sort of more energetic, forceful end to this live performance. Weird that they would fade out though. Like a live performance, don't you normally go up to where the song finishes and you get to, you know, appreciate and join in with the crowd's applause. So yeah, it's weird to fade out there, but regardless, I mean, it's such a great tune. And like I said, there are a couple elements that felt a little different. There was like a rhythmic guitar layer in especially that I was noticing in the first half of the tune. I don't know if like it just stood out more than in the original, or if that was actually just, you know, completely added. I feel like it probably just stood out more in the live performance. But yeah, then again at the end, that felt like a bit more of a like jam kind of finish to the end, which a couple of you did mention that when they do live performances, they often have a sort of like, you know, extended, you know, instrumental or like jam heavy outro to a lot of the songs. So it felt like that's kind of what that was, even though we didn't get all of it. But again, such a classic song. I mean, it's, you know, it feels like this warm, fuzzy experience when I listen to it, more so than it did before. Like it always kind of did, because it's a tune that, again, it's like this magical sort of pop lightning of a tune. So, you know, it caught my ear when I heard it when I was younger, and over the years, you'd hear it again and hear it there, and it's like, yeah, that is such a good tune. Now I think I have an appreciation more for it. So yeah, bottom line, it's an interesting thing, right? Like, it's a peel back the layer of time, go back a couple months, and I'm just beginning the a-ha journey, and it's, you know, I know that a couple friends whose opinions about music I value very highly spoke of them very well, so it's like, oh, okay, this is definitely going to be a journey that's worth it. But now, only a few short weeks later, it feels like I have learned a great deal. Once again, that is definitely an incomplete project, and we will continue to go on. There are definitely more chapters in the a-ha journey. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this live journey. Again, in conjunction, we'll keep going through Minor Earth, Major Sky, and then the next album after that, and so on. On up, hopefully, through their most recent album. Although, again, like, I don't want to, you know, the champions of the channel have been so gracious, and sometimes, like, I feel like, you know, I don't want to assume anything. It's like, oh, you know, is this something that where I can just say, like, oh, I'm going to try to react to that album. Bottom line, I do continue to plan on getting more physical media. I did just get Astronaut, a Duran Duran album that I had been meaning to get, because it's one of the few that I don't have. So it'll be the same thing with the a-ha albums. I have to get this material in physical copy. But once again, shout out to Philip and Han Solo and others who've enabled me to go on this deep dive, specifically with a-ha as well as other people. And again, shout out to Yun, who's allowed me to start going through some Morton Harkett solo material, and all the other people, Seb and Izzy and Eli and a number of other people who shared music with me. So shout out to all of you. But yeah, we've gone through many chapters of the a-ha journey already, many more chapters to go. And even when we get to the end of those chapters, as I'm planning on doing with some other groups like Duran and Depeche and some others, I plan on doing sort of second look reactions, you know, peeling back and going back in time and listening to another tune, or a tune that I've already reacted to, but now with a bit more appreciation on the tune itself, as well as, you know, their catalog overall. and we'll see if my thoughts have expanded, or at least I've come to a new appreciation. So again, that's way down the road, but that is my plan eventually. So let me know what you think of this one. Very excited to go through a live album. Again, there's several tracks on the track list I can't wait for. Manhattan Skyline, I think it's like number 8 or 9. Believe me when I say I have my eye on that one. So yeah, do let me know if there's a particular tune in this playlist that you think is great in this sort of live set. But other than that, I will see you next time. Peace.